Got ourselves team 1, or team 2 rather, with Kragar on the team. We got ourselves Micro. We got ourselves, what's the name? A Goblin. Look at this Goblino, dude. Look at that hat. Look at that mog and everything. What's the name? Sir Murgle? Sir Murgle. Sir Murgle. We got Faye. We got ourselves Federal? Yo, what are these names, dude? Sir Murgle, Faye, and Federal. What are these names? Gossagry with a parry up really early versus Kragar. Did Kragar go banner? Kragar did go banner. I think Gossagry maybe one to really cut him off at the leg. Stormbolt as he charges in. Disarm for Gossagry though. I'm surprised you were able to get Stormbolted and still disarm the guy. Does go for a disarm back into Kragar though. Is able to go for a parry of his own. Gossagry might be under a bit of pressure here. If you're into Kragar, Zerk rages out of it. Look at that, man. Love that jump for the Cotiros, dude. It looks so graceful. Every time he makes those little leaps, man. Disarm or defensive stance out for Kragar. Got himself a bit of a bunker down build. Big demolish out for Gossagry. Kragar's health is actually getting kind of low, whereas Gossagry's health is also very, very low. Does he go for demolish himself? Big burst, and Gossagry goes in for Warlock House to just to barely, narrowly escape death here, with Kragar continuing just to slam down back-to-back eviscerate, or executes. About to say eviscerates, honestly, but executes are a bigger ability other than not. Gossagry barely had any health, just pick up a little bit of survivability, but Kragar able to take him, though left with barely any health, with Rick going to be up next on the standby, unless if Rick gives Kragar a chance to get a full second win re-heal. Kragar is going to be under a lot of trouble. Succubus immediately rushing out, at least trying to get an angle into Kragar, and it is going to catch him. Not going to let him get any second win value at all, is he? Gets to a full stun. Bolt 1, does he have a second bolt to follow? He doesn't, but he's got Infernal. Morticoil. Oh, this is over. It is over. What is this? Kragar with a bit of a health. Charges in to get himself a heal. Kragar's just going to have to use everything to fight, and that's another bolt right after. What are these bolts? Rick so far has got himself a great position, man. He's got himself top platform. Demons surrounding Kragar. Demons creeping in on the outside and the inside of his head. And it's just not in a great spot, dude. Literally under a rain of fire. Not even a metaphor, not even a euphemism or anything. It's just like he's just literally in the rain of fire. It's not a great feeling at all. Got himself the Succubus, trying to see if he can go for a stun on that thing. Really reflect into a stun onto Rick. Does get himself Trinket Port. Banner down. Take it out the banner. Succubus might be able to get an angle to go for another CC. Unless it's on cooldown. I think it's on cooldown. With Rick does go for big gateway. Still has a void differential, I'm pretty sure, right? So you should be alright. If he goes in for a void differential, if you're careful, I think there's a void differential there. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Parry up for Kragar. Eats a Chaos Bolt either way though. Defensive stance and parry does give him as much defense as possible. Look at the barrage of portals though. Demolished down onto Rick, but it barely scratches the surface of his health bar. Big void of racial with a bolt. Oh, there's just nothing you can do there. Barrage from 3 gates into a big old bolt to take a huge bite out of your health bar from the side. There's nothing you can do. With Federal going to be up next as a Paladina charges him. Blessing a Spell Warden really early on. For Rick, he's got himself reflect. As long as Federal doesn't reflect a Hodge himself, he might be okay. And I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. Just like hold. Wants to go for damage. There goes the stun. Wall out for Rick. Unless you can go for Succubus CC, that is going to be a blind onto the Warlock. Succubus may be able to do something for you. Warlock Hellstone. If you can just seduce him. There we go. But the Trinket, does he commit anything more? Stun right after. Rick with a fear. He just needs to buy himself a bit of time. Because Federal could have just pressed bubble and you'll be golden. Infernal down. Rick needs to have an escape plan. Gateway, is it usable? It is usable. Hold on. Just end up dropping off for a second. Though, tell me you got a void of facial. You got a port. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. He might be able to make something work here. He just needs an out. He needs one more out. Unless you can reflect. Morticoil with a bolt. Oh! Before the bubble can even come out. Oh, I guess maybe the Paladin thought, okay, well, I'm going to take damage and then I'll bubble afterwards. But at that point, yeah, when you needed that big hit. Oh, that is so rough. With Faye going to be able to walk in and just a couple Pyroblasts in the face of the Warlock, taking him out fairly quickly. Krongs are going to be up next. Sheep shot onto Faye as he got himself the Ultra really early on. Doesn't get a lot of defensive value, but still pretty decent. Multiple blinks to get away from the rogue. Big kill spree. Cannot really stop that kill spree at all, though. As he got himself a bit of a breath. Pick a bus, everything available. Clock charges for the rogue. Krongs are just trying to see if he can just continue cranking out the back-to-back between the eyes. dispatch combos. And he's got him some first aid. With Faye trying to go for a bit of that restyle. Why did I draw such a blank there? I guess I should have went crack shot combos, right? Because that's how you get between the eyes of the dispatch. Oh man, it's just a lot of damage out for Kongson right now though. Faye trying to get something done, but all he's got is caught. All he's got is cauterize. Couple of lances, couple of Phoenix Flames, that's all Bado has got, man. Played the game today. Yesterday was a Ghost Town. Gotta play the game today? Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's go. You know who's gonna play the game today? Possibly Kongson. If you can go from versus Sir Murgle as well as Micro, if you can fight both of them, I think it might be golden. As Sir Murgle just blasting them out with lances back to back, not playing a fiery mage, but a frost mage. I think it's actually a little bit more deadly. Yeah, ultra up for Sir Murgle. Perfect, fine, taking a bit of damage. Big stun onto Kongson. Kongson trying to see if he can escape, grapple, but he's just going to be full of meteor with combat storm. Everything trinkets out last second. But he's looking for that escape. And Sir Murgle, as long as there's some kind of a down onto Kongson, he might be able to keep the pressure on him and just stay on him the entire time. But I don't think he's going to be able to, yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to. Technically, no, you are Frostfire, so you should have a dot now. Only if you get Frostfire procs. Only if you get instant cast. Massive damage off for the rogue though. Sir Murgle trying to see if he can back away from the guy for a second. Breath, Frostbomb. Is that going to be maybe big CC setup? He does. Could go for Vanish. No, he doesn't go for the Vanish, but he might have wanted to go for Vanish here versus Murgle. Does go for the cheap shot Vanish. There goes, yeah, back to back ice blocks. Technically, oh, he ended up removing the pet. I was going to say, technically, while the pet is active, that water alley, you could just start cranking between the eyes back into that thing. Get some crack shots back to back into that thing as best as possible. Because that's huge amounts of damage you could do. It's actually very, very nuts. Kongson does get himself a reset cheap shot versus Sir Murgle just trying to recover some cooldowns. Does he go for the stun? I just see pre-cloaked. Oh, he does get a kick. They're just huge. But the pre-cloak would have been great too. Oh, the killing spree. The killing spree. They can't stop the killing spree though. Oh, unless you have a breath for it or something. Maybe, and even then, there's a good chance you might miss because it's so like all over the place. This isn't PTR? No, it ain't PTR, Wes. No, it ain't PTR, my guy. That is true. That is very, very observant of you. Kongson just goes in for a grapple off of that ambush. Was that on purpose? Is he just gonna? Are you just gonna cheese this man? Are you just gonna cheese micro hook? I think he might. Does go for a disarm. This is where he's gonna get up a melee. Does get hit with the disarm. Technically stands between the eyes that he can just keep slamming, as well as pistol shots onto micro. Is gonna be able to grapple out of there while he's getting stunned up. Gouge for a second. Does he have anything? Evasion up. Big kill spree. Micro just taking so much damage. Does get himself in range regen in case he needs to. He just needs to find a way to get a hit onto the rogue. But with that evasion, he's dodging everything. There's nothing he can do about it. Picking up a little bit of health last second. Kongson still has a vanish. Trinket for a second. I don't think there's anything to stop Kongson at this point, dude. He's got him exactly where he wants him. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god. Wait, why does he only 2 kills? Didn't he get 3? Or did somebody leave? Or did somebody leave? A second. Or maybe there was like a dot that killed like one of the mages? With Faye or Sir Murgle? I'm not even sure. We're dueling, Chris.